My name's Fred Lindstrom. I'm with FROM here in Chicago.
Fred, what was your first car?
Well, the first car I purchased and the first car I drove are two different things. The first car I drove was my mother's, I believe, 1975 Ford Maverick. It was awful. It was forest green with a white vinyl roof, with beige interior, with an automatic shifter on the floor. It was terrible. The first car I bought was a 1971 Dodge Charger. It also happened to be forest green, but it was a little cooler than the Maverick.
What has been the favorite car you've ever owned?
Favorite car I've ever owned is probably, again, it's a bit of a toss-up, and there may be three here. I had a Olds Cutlass 442, I believe it was late 70s. I had a Volkswagen Beetle that I bought for $150 from my shop teacher at high school that the floorboards were rusted out, there were holes. We used to drive it through puddles and get wet, and I sold it for $175. And probably my third favorite would be the car I'm driving right now, a BMW X3.
What color is your favorite car color, and does it change depending on the car type?
I would have to say, although it's technically not a color, my favorite car color is likely black. And yes, it absolutely changes on the car type. I know for a fact that my interviewer has a preference for silver cars, and I would have to agree that that's a great color depending on the vehicle. Those are probably my two favorite.
Have you ever been in a very dangerous car accident or any close call?
I have. I was home from college in the early 80s out with my friends, actually ironically on the evening before Thanksgiving, which would be today. And we were behaving in a manner that really wasn't appropriate, and I ended up driving my car with my friends in tow into someone's lawn off of a tree. That's probably the most frightening moment I've ever had in a car.
I understand you're a lover of motorcycles as well. In fact, when we first met, you pulled up in your Darth Vader outfit in a black Ducati Monster, which was absolutely stunning. I don't believe you still have that, but can you tell us what you have in your garage today?
I can. I have a 2001 Ducati 996, which I have a very strong emotional connection to, and I also have a Ducati Paul Smart replica, which is a special motorcycle they did to commemorate Paul Smart's historic win in the 1972 Imola race. It's beautiful. The frame is a seafoam green, and the bodywork is a metallic silver. It's gorgeous.
What car have you owned that you regret selling the most?
The car I regret selling the most would probably be, I had a 1980 Triumph Spitfire convertible, and I always wanted, was it a TR6? Was that the car? That was the one I wanted, but I ended up with the Spitfire, but it was a really fun car. That would be a fun car to have in the garage still.
What would you say is your best automotive brand, your favorite?
I would have to say, that's a tough one. That's a really tough one. Top three, no question, would be BMW, Audi, and Porsche. If I were pressed right now, I'd have to go BMW, and I know we're gonna have we'll have a nice conversation about BMW versus Audi.
Would you agree that the quality coming out of Germany is different and in fact better than everywhere else in the world? And if you do agree with that, what do you attribute that to?
Yes, I would definitely agree with that, and I think that's representative in all the German manufacturers. There's there's clearly a difference. I mean, Japanese cars, just much like their motorcycles, are very precision oriented, but in that respect, they're almost generic and boring in comparison. I think that the German manufacturers there's a cultural element and there's an element of passion that comes through uniquely in each execution, whether it be Audi or BMW or Porsche. But they're definitely distinct of... It's a wonderful thing. It's much like Italian motorcycles. You can clearly see by the output the love and passion that went into the vehicle.
What do you make of the stunning increase in quality, design, and fit and finish of Hyundai and Kia, and how do you see that affecting the car industry today?
I've certainly noticed it on the periphery. I don't know that I followed it that closely, but as a cultural trend, I think it's something that they've done very wisely to create some validity for them in the marketplace amongst the Kia competitors, and especially here in the United States. There are lessons that companies have had to learn the hard way, you know, essentially going by past reputation but no longer putting out the quality. In essence, it's going to force everyone to step up if they want to be a viable company going forward.
Are you into supercars at all?
I find them interesting. I don't know as much as I'd like to know, but yeah, they're cool.
As we mentioned before, I know that you are a car enthusiast and a motorcycle enthusiast, but I also know that you are an extreme expert in bicycles. And I'm wondering if you can tell me what you have in your garage with regard to pedal power.
Oh my goodness. Too many to mention, much like your garage with cars, but currently I have a beautiful carbon fiber Colnago C50. I have a bike that, although steel isn't fashionable these days, I absolutely love it. It's a Gunner road bike made by the folks in Waterford out of Wisconsin. It feels great, it rides great, it's a great bicycle. I have an old Greg LeMond racing bicycle that I've turned into a single speed. I have a couple of mountain bikes, and again, too many to mention. I love the bicycle.
What's your next ride?
Ooh, you know, counter to what I said earlier, it may very well be an Audi.
Do you have a friend that has a car that you wish you had?
As a matter of fact, I do.